All right, here, so now we've had these out drying, the four graveyard pieces that we were working on earlier. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry brush them now with two different colors on top of this brown to kind of give them the overall look that I want. And then we'll go back and pick out the tombstones and grave markers. The first color I'm going to use is, once again, just a quart of Oops paint from the hardware store. This is kind of a mustard yellow. That'll be the middle color. And then the lighter color is this off-white that we'll use as the last stage. And I'm also using my favorite, this is an old GW tank brush, but this is my favorite dry brush for terrain pieces. You can see it's really fuzzy and well used. I'm going to use paper towels because, of course, what you do is you dab a little bit of paint onto your ceramic tile and then dry brush it. You're going to do circles just like you do when you dry brush on a paper towel to get a lot of it off, and then go in and do the dry brushing. So anyway, I'll walk you through that process, and we'll just do one color at a time and start working on it. All right. You can see it's on there, but I've kind of done swirls on my paper towel. And then we're just going to go in and do circles the entire time. This will go really fast. Just to kind of show you the difference between the two, you can really see how this one, you're starting to see all that detail pop out compared to the other. Just going to hold these toward the lights. You can see the difference in them. And it happens really quick. So just going to go back into this next one. With this middle coat, you want to go a little bit thicker, and on the last coat, you're going to go a little bit lighter. And a lot of this has to do with the pressure you're pushing down on the dry brush itself, as well as how much paint is on it. So the more you push down, the harder you push down, the more paint you're going to put on. And of course, more paint that's on the brush is going to go on. So I tend to, on this middle coat, go a little heavier. And on the top coat, go a little bit lighter. And that's with both the amount of paint and how much pressure I'm using on the brush itself. All right, I consider that done. Really see any spots that I need to do over. You know, touching up here and there. All right. So when it comes to dry time, you really don't need any dry time at all between these coats of dry brushing, but you do need a clean palette and a clean piece of paper towel, and you want none of that other color really coming off. So I'm just going to swirl it around a few times to get it pretty clean, then flip my paper towel over to a new field. And when I'm not really getting anything off, then I know I can switch to my other color. which is the top coat, which is the off-white. It's kind of a bleach bone color. Now, I'm gonna put, once again, I'm gonna dip a little bit of this out. Not very much. Put it on my palette. Swirl around my brush. And then I'm gonna do the paper towel and a swirl until I get it to the consistency I want, which is, I don't feel like a whole lot is coming off on my brush. You can kind of see the brush looks like that. And then I'm gonna use really light pressure. I'm not gonna use a lot of pressure at all. You can see how quickly that happens. All right, so once again, this one is the one I just did with the light dry brush of bleach bone. And this is the one with that yellow. And you can kind of see this one's way more yellow than this one. But all three colors are in that one and it looks pretty good. It looks like earth, which is perfect. And I'm just gonna do that to the rest of these now. Now, if I was doing a jungle ground or a winter ground, I might do something a little bit different than these two colors that I did on top. For jungle, I might do something more of a green, you know, like a pea green and a bright yellow at the end. And for like a winter, I'm probably gonna do like, you know, that gray blue that like are space wolves from Warhammer 40K. I'm probably gonna do that as my middle tone and then a bright white as my finish tone. And you can get a lot of different color terrain on your tabletop just by switching out the colors you're dry brushing with on top of a brown. Now, if you change from that dark brown, you can do that. Like if I'm doing really like snow terrain, I might do a dark blue first instead of the brown. But anyway, there you go. All four pieces are finished. And that didn't take long at all. That's how fast dry brushing can go. And then, you know, the next steps are we're gonna pick out all these details with different colors. And then we would go back in and put flocking and static grass and things like that throughout the rest of the piece. This, you know, once you get that base coating done and all that work into making the hills in the first place, the rest of this project goes very fast. Anyway, I hope you like that. Thank you very much for watching. This isn't the only way to do it, once again, but it's the way I prefer. And it goes quickly, you know, once you get to the stage. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends that are doing terrain or playing war games with you. And we'll see you in the next video.